Hey guys, Alicia Cologne here, paper illustrator and photographer, and I'm really excited about what we're going to be doing today. Now, if you guys are just joining, so yesterday we started a new project, all right? And I did that all with you guys on the live stream. We did the planning of the colors, what we're going to be doing in the style, and you're probably going like, huh? What? What are you guys doing? Well, let me go ahead and let me share with you guys. All right, so I'm really excited about this. We are going to be recreating the App Store icon, the message icon, and the weather icon, but we're going to be doing it in our flavor. And so that means it's going to be tactile. We're going to be actually able to hold it. It's going to be colorful. And you're probably also wondering, well, what materials are you going to use? I'm going to use resin. So we need to create the app base, the squircle. We have to create the message app that's going to, like the white little message like icon that's going to sit on top, and then also our clouds and our sun. All right, so what I'm going to be doing with that for today is I'm going to be using Sculpty clay. Okay, all right, so we have our 3 bases done. I can tell that edge right there is wonky. There you go. I want them to be as even as possible. All right, I don't know if you guys can see those or not very good, but they definitely has some edge to it, which is really nice. So now we are going to create the icons that go on top. All right, so we have this for our scale, which is really good. Oops, I see another edge that needs to be lowered down a little bit. All right, cool, got it. All right, so we have our bases. Our bases are roughly the same size because I'm using this grid in order to help me, right? We know what scale we're going to use because we have these beads essentially that are going to be used for the background of the app icon that is indicating what size everything needs to be. So that's where we are getting our scale, by the way, if you're wondering. And then now it's time for us to go ahead and start moving into the app icons. So you know what this calls for? Coffee. Okay, cool. Let's get back at it. All right. I think that looks pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put that on my little guy here. And there we go. We got kind of like our first kind of like inclination as to what this might look like, but it's going to be way more rad. And the cool thing about this is that since I am going to be casting a mold, again, so all of these things are going to be used in order to cast a rubber mold, which is what this is. And so then the rubber mold, I can quite literally refill, and I can make again and again and again and again. So let's go ahead now and we're going to move to our message app. All right, so that is a circle. Now I'm like looking around my office to see like, do I have something that I could quite literally just make a circle out of? There we go. That's our little guy. Oh, these are gonna be so stinking cute. Okay, so now we get to do the cloud. Now some of the cloud, like I want like this one, so the text bubble is definitely very, very, very flat, right? And the thing is that I could add a bevel around it if I wanted to. I could do a little bit more things for like texture, but I don't, because I want with this cloud, I actually want there to be kind of like rolling clouds in there. I want the sun to be very much like a flat disc. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that. And the sun is going to have to be cast in a separate color. so here's my sun, or half my sun. So I have half my sun, and then I can like layer that on top like that. All right, and so now, wow, I just did my cloud upside down. No, looking at that, it looks a little bit too thick. No, it's not. Okay, so let's put all of these down. Okay, so I really don't know about this cloud, guys. So we're about to make another one just because I can. I'm also gonna make another sun just because I can. It doesn't really take a lot. It's not as realistic, but I don't think these are supposed to be realistic. I mean, I'm making this out of resin. Golly gee. All right, so we'll save that just in case, but I think that's it. Okay, so here we go. So this is what we just created this morning, okay? So this is made out of polymer clay, and this is my Lego tray, and that over there, boom, 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 that is what we are making. So this is the base of our apps. These are the things that are gonna go on top of the app icons, of course. But we want to cast these because we want to make them in resin, okay? So I have my Legos here. Well, this is my Lego thing. I have my rubber that we're gonna be using. But first and foremost, we need to create the cast. So I want this cast to be a really good one, and I want it, obviously we all want it to be really good, but I can't do it too close. Like, there has to be enough among the whole thing. Okay. All right, so this looks pretty good. We are now ready to start pouring our rubber. Okay, so I do have a mask on. Wow, look at my crazy hair. I do have my mask on. So this stuff gets kind of stinky if you're like right on top of it, which of course I don't want to be right on top of it. So this is the base, and then this is the catalyst, okay? And it is a 10-to-1 ratio. So that means I need 10 parts of this to 1 part of this, okay? And this is what we're gonna mix it in. And then I'm gonna put it in here. And then what's gonna happen is that this is going to stay for 24 hours. And then once it stays, it's gonna dry like this. And I'm gonna be able to take the mold out. So I don't know if you guys can see that. It's kind of bright in there, but it's a rubber mold of a sphere. Now this stuff is actually really, 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 really thick. Okay, and I'm going to do, so every 2 ounces I need a scoop. So I'm going to do 6 ounces, hoping that that's going to be enough. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use my little squeegee thing. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm all into the cup. I probably can squeeze out another ounce by doing that. So this is just rubber, but it doesn't have the catalyst in it, so it cannot harden. All right, now this is the catalyst. So we're gonna shake the catalyst, and there should be enough for 2 scoops in here. 1, 2, yep, perfect on the dot. All right, so now we just need to stir really, 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 really good. Since I have 3, like I only technically need 1 of these bases, I'm going to do 1 of these bases first and all of these things, and then all of the top icons, and then if I have any extra, then I will do the base. Now, that means I need to look at 1 of these bases and see which one I like the most. I like this one the most. So I ran out of rubber stuff. That's what happens in the crafting world. But I have enough. So I was able to do 1 of the molds. I was able to do the chat icon. I was able to do the sun. So the sun will be opaque. We might end up just using a white cloud. That's cool. That'll work out. Unfortunately, I don't have anything for those. But we'll have this. So I'm really happy. I'm looking all the way around. The rubber is not coming out. And of course, I can't really show you guys because it would, you know, flood everywhere. So now this is gonna just chill out for a little bit, and I think that's it. All right, so if you guys are interested, you kind of want to see the rest of this process, make sure that you're here on Thursday between 9 and 11 because we're going to be opening these up together, and then we are going to cast, which I'm really excited. We're going to be casting the molds. All right, guys, I know this was a really quick one, but thank you so much for showing up. See you guys later.